We saw that using next.js, we got better performance in mobile between 10 to 20% relative to React, but we have not used the full power of next.js. So first, we need to analyze better where we have performance issues. The tool that I'm going to use is the tool that I've used before, and it is page speed insight on one hand. On the other hand, I'm going to Vercel and take my latest version. Let's just first look at it. And we can see in the deployment that we are using this version. So we can use either this or simply click here. And this is the last. Click here. And this is the last version that we have introduced. And this is a version which is tagged 0.32. And let's do something interesting, because we already had the result before. So I just want to see if we're getting results which are closer to what we got before. So this is what we got before. And now I will copy this. And this is end simple migration pass 2, okay, because we are doing it again. But we want to remove this. Maybe we will put it in grade. Okay, so we will see the difference. Okay, so this is what we had in the previous run. Let's see what we get now. And now we will also look at why we got these issues. Okay, so we start with home. So we have now 74. Okay, 74, this is and now we will also try to understand why we got these issues. So this is the problematic metrics, but if we want to understand what we need to change, then we see that we need to improve our image. Okay, what it says here that we need to change the format of the image. I'm using JPG, and he's advised us to use something else. Okay, so we have an image issue. With the desktop, no problem, 98. Okay, so here we have 98. Oh, this is good. Okay, let's continue to about. And in about we got now 90. Okay, so 90, and this is green. And let's see. So again, we have the issue with the image, which are not on the correct format. And he also wants us to give him the size, because the browser, if you give the browser the image size, he can prepare for the images, and then you will not have a shift. So again, we have issue with the images, and for desktop we have 96. So 96. This is good. And now contact. Analyze. So we have 96. Let's write it down. Okay, we have 96, which is great. And if we want to understand where is the problem, we just scroll down, and there is something about image and also render blocking resource. Okay, what he's suggesting us is to use script over the Bootstrap CSS. Okay, so here we don't have image. He does not recommend anything about image, but he does recommends about using the script component, next.js script. Okay. So now courses. Just a minute, contact. Want to check also contact for desktop. Okay. So contact. So we have 100. This is as we got before. And now courses. So now we have 83. So it's above what we got before. Little bit. It's the same code, but there are some fluctuation in the result. If we want to see why we got it, so again, save images in next-gen format, meaning we need to use a better format for desktop. So this is 83, and for desktop we have 98. So this is almost as before. Let's continue with mentoring. And let's see what we got. So we have 96. Okay, it's just like before. Nothing different here. But let's see if... Okay, eliminate... Okay, image element do not have access width and height, and so this should be changed. And there are also issues with this. Again, with the Bootstrap using the script. Okay. And for desktop, we have 100. So just like before. Okay, now testimonials. So we have 88 for mobile. Okay, little bit better than before. Again, this is the same code, but there are fluctuation around the result. Let's see why we got it. So again, properly size image. Use the next image. This is the suggestion. And next-gen format, again, use. And this, well, we need to think about this. this might be related to static site generation, but let's put it aside because this is much larger. It contribute to the bad performance. And testimonials, desktop, 86. Okay. Now, let's go for the events. Okay, 69 here, almost like before. And let's see why. So again, properly sized image and serve image. Again, we need to use, the suggestion is to use next image, and also here. Use next image. And desktop, 98. So this is as before. Okay, so the results are about the same as before. Maybe a difference of 5%. At one place it is maybe 10%. But in most cases it's almost the same. But we are much smarter now because we know that we should use next.js image. This will improve the insight, and it is interesting because page speed insight is not a next.js performance tool. It's a Google performance tool, but yet he understands that we are using Next, and he can suggest us to use next.js image. This is interesting, but we are using Next, so we can use next image.